Hey guys, welcome back to Brian's Training Room. In 1954, Lionel came out with a fantastic consumer catalog that had some amazing stuff in it. This is the full-size catalog. But did you know that there's a miniature version of the catalog? And that's right here. This little guy basically shows everything, but was easier and less expensive for dealers to hand out to potential customers. But how did they order these? How many did they get? What did it cost? Well, I've got a very special and rare dealer flyer and envelope that would have gone out that said, hey, order these now while you have a chance. It's amazing. Let's check it out.
Here's realism. Lionel smoke-puffing locos.
So here it is. This is a special dealer mailing that would have gone to dealers to say, hey, we've got the 1954 catalog coming up, and you know you're going to get some of the big ones that you can hand out to your better customers, but you want to just hand these out because you're going to sell trains by getting and selling some of the miniature catalogs that are available, and that's what's in here. So let's take a quick look. So first of all, this is a really great little envelope. Shows an FM coming your way, which would be new for 1954. It says the Lionel Corporation, that's where it's coming from. It says special Lionel Dealer catalogs for Christmas, and it was sent to the children's shop in West Hartford, Connecticut. It's pretty cool stuff. So this envelope measures about 10 inches by about 7 and is packed with some great stuff. Let's see what's inside. So when you flip it over and you open up, out pours a just amazing array of just very interesting dealer paper. So I'm going to take this envelope and put this off to the side right here. So the first when you open it up is this little flyer, which we'll explore in a little bit. It says a proven sales builder and shows all the information there. You get a example of the catalog. Now we got to dig into this. This isn't just a regular catalog. It's basically a sort of promotional one that has some information in it. We got to check that out in a minute. You get the order form here and a cool envelope that says, hey, send all this in. This is cool stuff. Let's check all these pieces out. Okay, so let's put this aside and focus on the first sheet that sort of says a little bit of what you're getting here. So this starts off, says, approved sales builder, the special Lionel Dealer catalog. How many do you want? At 5 cents each. And so what they're talking about is this catalog. And then it says, look, you get this complete catalog with a mailing envelope, which is here, which is really great. And what you're going to get, again, is something that looks like this. This is the catalog, and here's the envelope that you would be able to hand out. So it goes and describes it even further. So this is going to be a 32-page with full color cover, okay? And that's really important because only the cover is full color, as well as a full color center spread. So what they mean by that, cover, full color. The interior pages are only 2 colors, okay, which is black and kind of a reddish color. But the spread, or the middle of this small miniature catalog, is full color, just like the large consumer catalog. It says this is size as per sample enclosed, which is this guy, which we'll take a look at in a minute. And it says 2-color combination throughout. It said last year, dealers purchased more than 750,000 of these reduced size catalogs. Again, the 1953 version, by the way. This special dealer catalog measures 5 3/4 by 8 1/8 inches, and it's ideal for mailing. Remember, this catalog is in addition to your regular allotment of the full-size catalogs from your distributor. It says, we've extended this deadline to this offer to July the 10th. Please have your orders in by this date. Catalogs are sold in lots of 200 or more, and the cards included were in, plus addressed prepaid envelope. All right, so it says, if required, less than 200, we'll be glad to accommodate you with a package of 100 at the price of 5 cents each. So they give you a lot of options. They get this thing. Last little bit is this little guy's off to the side, and they say, mail them to your prospects, give them away to your customers, advertise them locally, and space is on the back cover for your imprint, which you could add, which would go right here, okay, which is really fantastic. This is a really great flyer saying, hey, time to buy these at 5 cents each. Unbelievable. Man, I would love to go back and buy these. So now that we've taken a look at that, I'm going to take this and we'll put this off to the side here. And then we're going to look at the actual sort of little catalog that they sent you. And this is really kind of neat and just absolutely fantastic piece of paper. This is essentially what you are going to get, which would be a miniature version of the full-size catalog. Now, the full-size catalog was this big, and you can see how much bigger it is. It's hard to mail and much more expensive and full color. But when they showed this in the little envelope that you got, this is a very special piece that only came with this sort of setup. And the reason for that is when you open it up, it's not really even a catalog. It's basically the outer cover of the catalog, which has been specially set up for this particular purpose. And it says on the main page here, it says this is a sample of a special 32-page dealer edition of the 1954 Lionel catalog, which comes to you complete with mailing envelopes and space provided on the back cover for your imprint at 5 cents each in lots of 200 prepaid. So do your own imprinting, by the way. Okay, and then on the second part of it here, it says, of course, this sample shows covers only. The center spread will be in 4 colors, and the balance of the book is only in 2. So we're sort of letting you know, again, what you're going to get. P.S. Again, if you require less than 200, you can order them. So it kind of gave you a little bit of a, hey, guess what? This is absolutely fantastic. When you flip it over, it's full color, and it says this space provided to you to imprint or rubber stamp your store name and address. Again, this is the one that you would get, and this is the example they showed, which is really great. And on the back cover, this would be where you'd imprint it, and this is where they told you. This is an absolutely fantastic piece of paper that only came with this envelope. So with this is also 2 more pieces, okay? The first is basically the envelope, which is essentially a prepaid envelope that went to the Lionel Corporation, Brooklyn, New York. And it was no postage necessary. So this is a prepaid envelope, which is really kind of cool that this would go in. And this right here is the order blank for it. So it says dealer order blank for special Lionel catalog. And it says mail in quickly, certainly before July 10th. So it says, please ship me an X number of copies of the special edition Lionel catalog together with the mailing envelopes. I am going to enclose a check for blank or charge my account. Now, it would give your name, address, city, town, all that information. There was a little note that said, catalogs will ship in September. So again, a little insight to when all this stuff found its way to the dealers. These would have made their way in September when things were starting to get going for the Christmas season. And then it says, re-request a check with this order if you do not have an account, since you realize it would be most impractical to open hundreds of new accounts for this special purpose. So if you already have ordered these 5-cent catalogs, disregard this request. Nothing on the back. Okay, this is the little card. It's kind of a little heavy card stock. It would go into the envelope prepaid to send this off. So I'm going to put a check in here for a couple thousand catalogs. We'll send this off and hopefully they're on the way. So again, inside this envelope was a fantastic array of dealer paper specific to this particular promotion. So you got a really cool envelope to send your order blank. You got an example of the catalog, which was the size that you would get, but on the inside talked a little bit more of what you got. This is just a beautiful and fantastic piece just by itself. You got the flyer when opened up that said, hey, look at this. This is how you want to order them, 5 cents each with the envelope, all the fun stuff about that. And then the envelope, which in itself is also really challenging. So to find this nice and complete, absolutely fantastic. But when you ordered these, well, how did they come? I got something for you. Okay, so you're a dealer and you've gotten this envelope and you've gone through it and said, yes, I need to order these. And so you fill out your order blank and say, I want X number of them, this and that too. Okay, hundreds and hundreds of these. Now notice there's a little thing saying, if you really only need 100 of them, please put that in there. And so I'm going to show you how these would come if you were to order them. And I've got something very special to show you. So this again is the catalog. You would have gotten a miniature version of the catalog with a matching envelope to go with it. Now, how would all these come? Of course, they didn't just get mailed to you individually. They would have come in a master carton. This right here is the master carton for the miniature catalogs from 1954. And here's how it reads. It said, this is from the Lionel Corporation. It says, note to carrier. If this package cannot be delivered to consignee and is returned to us, please do not obliterate this label so we can reuse it again. And this one says this package contains 100 copies of the 1954 Lionel Miniature catalog. This particular box was sent to Rosewood Hobby in Linden, New Jersey. It says, attention toy department. This is amazing. This little guy has a little box 7 of 54, and it was specifically designed for the shipment of 100 of the 1954 miniature catalogs. This is an amazing array. I love this type of stuff, especially the master carton for the miniature catalogs, as well as, again, you get the envelope to order them. I love this stuff. This is great. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this kind of thing, hey, like and subscribe. There's way more coming your way. If you like post-war Lionel trains and you like the rare and oddball stuff, well, you've come to the right place. Check out the catalog. There's everything from dealer displays, rare paper, mock-ups, prototypes, you name it, it's all in here. Please have a chance to check it out if you'd like to do so. You know, I don't do this type of stuff alone. I certainly have some friends and fellow collectors that have been gracious enough to open their collections to me and allow me to come in and film and really explore the fun and fascinating things that they've had a chance to acquire. And I like to share those things with you. So, as always, thanks for joining me on Brian's Train Room.
Look at her streak along the rails. It's a Lionel.